allowed to say it. I think we are not that before.
No rights.
I have.
You have no rights.
So I've seen how the housemates have learned from their last week's loss of their wager and have put in so much effort this week into their wager task presentation. They have really been working hard. A lot of them have been, but I think some stood out more than the others, and those people are Fina, Hermes, Adekunle, Groovy, and Chichi, Rachel. You know, some persons have been putting in extra effort to make it work, and I'm like, okay, you guys don't want to go hungry, huh? Like they don't want to experience scarcity, because that scarcity alone has caused a lot of other issues because of, you know, hunger. I mean, they say that a hungry man is an angry man, and these housemates have been really hungry this past week. And well, Doyin, what's up with Doyin and Chizzy? In fact, Doyin as a person, I have been watching her, and I don't know, I think I have a couple things I want to say about her. But anyway, before I go into all of that, I am Bethy, and this is the Big Brother Naija show here on Thav TV, where I keep you updated on everything happening in this season of Big Brother Naija, the season 7 level up. Okay, so let's get straight into it. Do I start with Doyin or the wager task? Okay, the wager task. So it's today, of course. The presentation is today, and it's as though they're trying to, you know, cross the T's and dot the I's and make sure that everything is perfect. Make sure that everything is flowing, you know, very well. And you cannot do that without having squabbles. It's impossible to bring these housemates together and they wouldn't fight. Because we know that ever since the Rachel, Bella, and Shegs drama, the house has kind of become torn. They have kind of divided themselves because of the whole drama, especially also because of food. And we know that the level 2 housemates before the merger had stock of food and, you know, supplies before they merged with level 1. So they are kind of living on those supplies now, and the level 1 housemates not really having much, considering that they were always mostly losing wagers, are kind of supposed to be at the mercy of the level 2. And I don't mean that in any demeaning way. I mean, like, you know, just having to ask them, having to be more polite, you know, because, hey, you know what you want. But no, those guys are not even trying to be humble about the fact that they do not have food. They still act like they would take whatever they want. And all that attitude has caused the remaining level 2 housemates to decide that they are going to, you know, remove their own proteins left in the house and some other things to just, you know, protect themselves, because the manner in which the level 1 are approaching the situation is not very encouraging. Not all the level 1 housemates do, but a good number of them. And of course, sitting at the table, the high table of that, is Shegs and Bella. And a serious division is going on now. Now there are cliques and, you know, cliques here and there, and people pairing with people against each other. And I think the major cliques are between Shegs, Bella, Chomzy, and Elo Swags. That's four of them together, and Rachel, Chichi, Fina, and Chizzy. Yes. So naturally, if you put those two sets of people against each other, we already know which set is going to overpower the other, right? It's obvious. But you can hear Chomzy and Elo Swags, you know, both leaking when it comes to Shegs and Bella. Like, you'd see that they are not forming their own opinions just because they want to stay on the good books of Shegs, because, you know, Shegs goes every minute with telling us all he has and how he's from London and how he's got connections, you know, like, seriously, like, you know, yeah, like he does it every 5 seconds, and it's very annoying. So this has forced these people to, you know, want to be in his good books and not offend him. So even when he's wrong, like he was outrightly wrong with the whole Rachel and Bella situation, but they still stood by him, you know, saying they understood where he was coming from. And I'm like, how does that? But by the way, Big Brother, we're still waiting for you to, you know, issue a strike or a serious punishment to Bella and Shex for that whole drama that night. But we haven't heard anything yet. Big Brother, what are you waiting for? It's starting to become annoying. Shex and Bella are constantly bickering or constantly instigating or constantly, you know, trying to cause problems here and there. And he has been able to get some people on his team, and the, you know, main persons of that team are, you know, Chumsy and Elo Swags, and even Doyin is kind of disappointing me in a way because she came into this house with a certain degree of intelligence. Like she came portraying herself to be this very intelligent person, not just academically, but emotionally and otherwise. And it put her in a high pedestal. But now she seems to be the one destroying what she has created, destroying her own image by herself. Because she's always don't used to be this person that if you go to her, we know that okay, she's going to give you facts, regardless of whether or not you want to hear it. Like you could trust her to give you the truth, the undiluted truth. But that Doyin is slowly dying under Shags and Bella because she's trying so hard to be on Shags' good side. Let's not forget the fact that she had a crush on Shags when they first came into the house. But hey, dude did not choose her and he chose Bella. And she has been since then trying to be in his on his good side, and it's making her lose a lot of value she came into the house with. I mean, okay, we know that she has said earlier that she's not somebody that does good with being alone. Like she loves being around her friends. She's this family friends kind of person, and ever since she came into the house, she's really been having issues because for some reason she's not really gotten that one friend, be it a ship or a just a female friend, or even if just a pure platonic relationship. She's not really gotten that. She's been trying to build it, but it doesn't seem to work. She tried it with Deji, she tried it with Shag, she tried it with Adekunle. No, sorry. Did she try that? No, that was Allison. She tried it with Allison, right? And when Allison moved to the level, when they merged, Allison kind of started ignoring her. So she's not really had her own tight bond, and for the kind of person that she is, it's been a lot to handle. So it's been making her almost seem as though she's desperate to get people's attention. She has begun to wask in the glory of the title that was given to her as the therapist of the house, where she's always trying to get involved with people's problems, trying to offer solutions. I think it's just a way of her trying to be relevant, trying to feel relevant. But in doing so, she's now becoming too much. She's now becoming a bore. She's now becoming needy. It's looking as though she's now needy. She needs people to validate her. She needs people to need her. And it's just sick to watch. And doing that now, she has double standards because, hey, something that she knows she would not believe, even though when she knows Shags is wrong, she would still be, trying to stroke his ego and be like, oh, yes, I understand you. And I'm just like, what is that? What are you doing? Anyway, Doyin now has Chizzy. Yes, I think they are starting to form a kind of relationship of some sort. And I must say, I never, ever saw that coming. Never. Like, Chizzy and Doyin are worlds apart. Hello, from how they were raised. Obviously, they were raised differently from what they think and how they think, from what they hold dear culturally and otherwise. They are different. But for some reason, you see them being able to be real with each other. Like, Doyin could actually be vulnerable with Chizzy and be herself. And I'm like, okay, is this gonna work? Well, some persons are of the opinion that a relationship between Doyin and Chizzy may not work because they are very different. I mean, Doyin herself is this alpha female that doesn't let anyone intimidate her and likes to speak up for herself, while Chizzy is more like the very traditional, typical Igbo man. Like, he's even in his speaking, hello, you can hear it in the way he talks. He's a very traditional person. And of course, he would want a lady who is, who would listen to him, who would, let him be the man per se. But Doyin is not the one to be controlled by anybody at all. And some persons feel like that might be an issue between them in a relationship, but I kind of think of it differently. Okay, so we know that some men like ladies who are kind of, slightly more advanced than they are in certain things. I mean, you could literally hear Doyin correcting Chizzy every time he's talking. She's trying to make him speak the proper English, and dude is not even bothered about that. I think I've seen situations where, a man would be comfortable with that kind of lady and want her to be in his life because he feels that, okay, she's going to help me get better in this part. I don't know, but if you look at it from that perspective, they just might work. So yeah, I'm not sure if I want to see them become a thingy besides their friendship, but they do make a good pair and they are really good friends. Like Cheesy genuinely cares for Doyin. Anyway, I think that's all I have to say for today. And until more drama unfolds, until the wager task presentation, I really want to see how they do. And I hope that Big Brother will be pleased with their presentation because they really are putting in a lot of work. Now, until that time, I am Bethy, and this is the Big Brother Naija show here on DAF TV. Do not forget to like, subscribe, leave comments, tell me what you think. Enjoy the rest of your day.